There is nothing greater than having a situation where your man is totally committed to you. Equally, there's nothing more painful when he seems to be distant all the time, has no real interest in you whatsoever, and your emotional needs are not being met at all. If you're in that place right now, well, in today's video, I'm going to talk you through 4 things that men secretly want that make them love their woman forever. Now before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button below and click on that bell notification as well, so every week you get access to my latest videos where I talk you through a little bit more about understanding male psychology, going into the depths of understanding how you can actually communicate and create the most extraordinary relationship that you're looking for, and also what you can do to create that healing on the inside, especially if you've been on the receiving end of infidelity or dealing with some other form of trauma. Now the first thing that men absolutely love is when their partner delves into their emotional tapestry. What I mean by that is men love it when women can actually really take the time to understand them at a deeper level, to understand what's actually going on in their mind, and to do it in a very authentic way as well. Not just, trying to get their own needs met so they're just pushing and pushing and pushing. It's a genuine care and authenticity towards them. You know what it's like when you meet someone and they have a genuine care and an interest in you. Equally, you know what it's like when, they're off thinking about something else or it just doesn't quite feel right. There is a beauty to that authentic connection. And because a lot of women are genuinely motivated by love, it means that they can access their heart energy in a much more authentic and real way. Men tend to live a little bit more on their head, and so because of that, it means that a number of different conditions need to apply before they can connect in really with their heart. I'm not saying that men can't at all, far from it, but because men tend to live a little bit more in the head, it means it's a bit more of an exercise for them to get through to their heart at a deeper level. Women are a little bit different and tend to operate a little bit more from that. And there's a number of reasons for that, not to mention the fact that when women give birth and have children, they need to be coming from that loving place, that authentic place, so that they can actually connect with their child and be able to provide and to serve and all of that stuff for them. But by weaving a tapestry of genuine care, of compassion, of presence, of an actual desire to get to know their husband at a deeper level because they truly love that person, it allows a bond to be forged and created that can truly stand the test of time. Secondly, men want their unique world to be revered. They want it to be respected. Every man has his own unique world that's been created internally within himself. He has his own desires, his own beliefs, his own values, his own dreams, his own goals, and so on. And there's nothing more special for a man to have that world, that unique world, be revered, to be valued, to be elevated by his woman, to make him feel that he's like a king, that he's special. But you've got to understand the intricacies of that world. You can't just say, oh, I just love this man, he's so special and he's amazing, and that's about it. You've got to genuinely have an interest in those deeper aspects of it. You've got to want to learn about his world. You've got to admire his unique traits. You've got to take the time to get to know him at a deeper level. The more you do that, once again, the more you forge an unbreakable bond. Because how could anyone possibly compete with someone who knows that individual at the deepest level? They can't. And the more you elevate that man, the more you respect that man, the more you make him feel unique and special in his own world, the more he's going to want to be around you. Now, yes, there are some men out there who are so insecure on the inside because they don't feel like they're good enough. They're always looking for that validation from anyone and everyone. And that is why, if there's an opportunity where, there's a woman who's giving him attention, he's going to want to take those sometimes because he feels so insecure on the inside. He needs that constant validation. Now, that's kind of up to you to make sure that you're aware of that so that you can make the right decisions about, if this man is the right man for you, or whether you make decisions about the future and the longevity of your relationship. It's important to recognize that. But on the assumption that, he's a good man, he's got strong values, doing these things, admiring his unique world, respecting it, having a genuine commitment and understanding about it, and want to learn more about it, to elevate him is going to force him to be in a situation where he just is only going to want to be with you, and it's going to only elevate his views and his desire and his love for you as a person, and that's only a wonderful thing. The third thing that men secretly want is to adventure into uncharted realms. Men seek a companion who can actually embrace the unknown, who can move forward into uncharted territories, who know that their woman is by their side, supporting them every step of the way, to be able to do incredible things in life, to be able to achieve their goals and to be able to achieve their dreams and all of that stuff, while simultaneously allowing the woman to do the same thing as well, which is a magnificent thing. But to be able to go on an adventure in life, once again, creates unique experiences that only the two of them have, where they can continue to evolve and grow and develop a deeper bond with every experience. That only helps to elevate the relationship as well. It's a special, special thing for a lot of men. And not only is it special, but it creates almost like a secret language that only those two people know. Because when you're having jokes and having experiences where only the two of you know those things, once again, it's like your own third world that's been created that only the two of you know. And by creating that, they can only help to take that relationship or marriage to a whole new level. And finally, to be able to create that level of emotional safety within the marriage. You see, for a lot of guys, they're often a little bit, afraid of their partner. They're a little bit afraid about speaking their truth. They're a little bit afraid about just being authentic and real and just sharing whatever it is that they need to share with their partner, because they're afraid that that person's going to go off at them. And then they're going to feel like, geez, there's no point even speaking my truth, because if I say something, she's just going to get pissed off at me, so I might as well stay quiet. And then what happens over time is you get a very submissive man. When you get a submissive man, that then frustrates the woman, because then she feels like I'm losing a bit of respect for him sometimes as well. And it can often create what we call reverse polarity, where the masculine energy converts more into the feminine and vice versa. And therefore both parties are not able to be their authentic self. So you really want to make sure that you're creating that environment where there is emotional safety, where he feels he can actually speak his truth. He can say it in the way that he needs to say it, obviously in a kind way, in a compassionate way. If he's getting angry and abusive and so forth towards you, well then the right boundaries need to be set there so that that kind of behavior doesn't continue. But on the assumption that those sort of behaviors aren't occurring, we want to make sure that there's communication of the highest order. But that also means honesty and authenticity. Really creating an environment where he's able to speak his own truth in the way that he needs to say it, and not reacting in a defensive or negative way. And when you can actually when you're listening to those words, and even if it triggers you, what you want to remember is that this man is just expressing how he's feeling on the inside. It's not my job to judge him, it's my job to love him. And that doesn't mean I have to agree with what he's saying, but I want to empathize with that's what his world is at the moment. And that's a beautiful thing, because we all have different worlds, and that's the magic of a relationship. Two people have different experiences, different perceptions, all coming in and joining forces. And the beauty of it, if we actually recognize and understand what that person's going through, we can actually learn from them, and equally they can learn from you when you're speaking as well. It's a wonderful thing, because two parties can get to know each other at a much deeper level. When that emotional safety is created there, then he knows that he can speak his truth. He's more likely to also create that environment for you. And if you're not finding that he's able to, listen and understand and create that safety for you personally, then what you can do is express to him in a kind way. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for telling me this or giving me this piece of advice. I really appreciate it. But what I'm really needing from you now, honey, is I just need you to just listen and just to understand where I'm coming from. And there's something magical, like you are the most incredible listener that I've come across before. And it fills my heart up when you are able to just listen and really empathize with what I'm going through, or something along those lines. Obviously you can use your own language, but it's very important to have that level of openness in terms of communication, to be able to help to evolve the relationship in a much deeper level. So that's really key. creating that safety is absolutely paramount. And when that's there, both parties can express themselves in their own authentic way. So I hope all of these things make sense. I know it can be a little bit challenging sometimes on this journey and trying to navigate your way, especially when you're in a highly emotional state. And so if you are in this place where you're struggling, you're really battling to try and move forward and get the outcomes that you're looking for and just needing a little bit more support, well, I'd love to be of service to you through my program, The Authentic Relationship System. It's an amazing program. I know you're going to get tons out of it. We do go deep into your own healing, your own growth, but also teach you specifics about male psychology and communication as well. Because when you start to create those shifts, it really is a special thing. And I want you to have those experiences as well. And not just working with me, but also connecting with a beautiful community of women who are equally in a difficult place, but are experiencing rapid shifts and amazing transformations in their own lives. And I want you to have the same experience as well. And so if it feels right, if you connect with my videos and you genuinely get a good vibe from it, then what I'd encourage you to do is in the description section below, just click on that link which says book a call with me. Just click on that link, choose a time that works for you, and then I'll contact you at that scheduled time just so I can learn a little bit more about your situation. So once again, just click on that link and then I'll contact you at that scheduled time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've liked it, make sure you hit that like button below. If you want to get more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. And do let me know if you have any questions or what your biggest takeaway is from this video as well. I always love hearing the comments and the questions, so just make sure you write them below and I'll respond to every single one of you. And if you want to learn the 4 feminine behaviors that men find wildly attractive, click this video above. Thank you so much, God bless, and I'll talk to you in the next video.